Alright, what is going on, guys? We are going to be going after the gold here on these CPUs, and we're going to go ahead and do it with sulfuric acid, and hopefully I've got enough here. Alright, I don't have to break into my other one. Sweet. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn the power supply on and just start cranking out this gold. Hold on, before I do that, turn my volts up a little bit. I'm going to go to 6 volts. Alright, let's see if we can get you a close-up. I'm just going to do a couple of these on camera. Here, let me get one that's got some good gold plating on it. And we're just going to, I'm basically just going to hold this on there. And we can see we got the reaction right off the bat. And just like that, you can see some of that gold come off of there. This is actually a really cool process. Definitely one of my favorite ways. Yeah, you can see that gold just peel off of there. I imagine that some of that's indium as well. Just like that, the gold plating is off. Check that out. Works really well. Alright, well, I'm just going to do that with the rest of these. And basically what's going to happen is this solution is going to turn black, and you're really not going to see anything. So I'm just going to bring you back when I've got all of the gold off of this stuff, and yeah, we start to process it. Right, we are back at this experiment here. What is that experiment, you ask? Well, you already know because you've seen the first half of the video, so surprise on me. Watcha. Alright, we need to dump this solution inside some distilled water so we can take the levels down on the sulfuric so that we don't blow through any filters. So let's go ahead and we dump acid into water. Let's see, we have 80 milliliters of solution. We're going to go to a 3-ish to 1. So I'm just going to pull that up to roughly around the 300 mark. A little under. And then we're going to go ahead and dump this in there. There is a couple of ice. We're just going to go ahead and dump those in there. There we go. And the rest of the gold, we got to get that in there. So there is a layer, I don't know, that black stuff there, that is all gold. You can even see a little bit of a gold hue to it, right? So we want to make sure we get all of that off the lead. I may have to get a refill here. Yep, we need a refill. Of course we do. Preparation. Alright, that should be good enough to get us where we need to go. And while we got that there, we can get the rest of this gold in there. Alright, and I think we're going to go ahead and do a cotton filter on this bad boy. In little bits at a time. Alright, well, I'm just going to continue to do that. What we'll do is we'll grab the... I'll get you back in when we've got everything grabbed out of.
He said grabbed out.
And filtered. Make sure our solution is nice and clear. As you can see, look at that. It's coming out nice and clear. And yeah, we'll get right into refining that gold. So it looks like quite a bit. I guess we'll find out. I have a feeling it's not going to be a whole lot, but gold is gold and we have to get it. So I've got all of this solution filtered out. See, it's nice blue in the bottom there, so we know we've got all of the gold out of there. So let's go ahead, get this stuff in some Aqua regia and see what we can come up with here. Just wash my hands. That's as good as it's gonna get. Go like that. How do I want to do this? That stuff is kind of stuck on there. And I'm going to add a little bit of hydrochloric. It's probably a little much on the hydrochloric side, but with the water, it tends to dilute it. Just takes a little longer on the burner is all, until you get most of that moisture evaporated out of there. Alright, and then we're going to put a little bit of nitric in here. We're going to start with, let's do 3. See what 3 mils of nitric acid does for us. Throw that up on the heat. Alright, let's let it cook. Alright, I think we need a little bit more nitric acid here. Alright, so that's about 1.5 milliliters. I think we've got, we'll have to check the filter, but I don't see a lot of big particles hanging out, and I don't see much of a reaction. So, while this is hot, I guess the first thing we should check for is leftover nitric acid. And yep, I would say we've got a reaction. That last 1.5 was probably a little much. So, we don't have to put any sulfuric acid in here because that reaction has made sulfuric acid. And that'll drop all of our lead sulfate out. And I would say we got it all. However, it being e-waste, I think I'm going to add a little extra anyways, just because this stuff can be pretty heavily saturated with lead. So we'll just add a little bit more just to verify. You know, what are those couple of drops valued at, you know? Probably not even a cent. So I guess a little more just to verify that we've got all of it out of there. Doesn't hurt. And as we can see, there was lead in there. You can see that, let's see here, I'll zoom in a little bit. You can see that white definitely some lead sulfate in there. And then of course there's probably a little extra on the bottom from the sulfamic acid. Well, yeah, we'll let that cool to about room temperature before we filter it out, and we're just going to go ahead and use the small little filter setup since we have, you know, 75 mils of solution here, and cotton ball. That's I think that's my new favorite way for the small stuff. All right, let's start filtering this bad boy out. All right, let's see if we can grab anything on the scientific straw quick. Very light color change. Very light. I don't know if that's even going to be able to be picked up on the camera there. But we've got some gold there. But yeah, check this filter out. I mean, just a little cotton ball, it works really well. One time around. It works nice for small solutions. It definitely takes a little bit. Plus, it's super easy to clean out the rig, you know, with it being so small. We're going to heat that back up a little bit before we add the ferrous sulfate. So we're going to go ahead and continue letting this thing, look at all that nastiness out of there. So we're going to continue letting this do its thing, which should be here shortly. Imagine we got a drop or two left in the bottom. We'll put it back up on the heat. I don't know, get it up 90 degrees or so, and then put some ferrous sulfate crystals in there and see if we can't get a good gold drop. Well, I don't think there's a whole lot in there, but I think that's going to give us the best chance of any real fast visual example. All right, we are up to temperature here, sitting at about 135. And I don't think it's going to take much. go. Got a little bit coming out of there. All right, well, let's come back after that is settled and see what we got for gold. Right, and there we have it. So I don't really think there's enough gold here to get a good accurate weight on. So what we'll do is I have the coils right now running some Aqua regia. And so we should have a good amount there coming out. Well, at least a decent size, I would say. But we'll see what this has to offer, and maybe this gives us enough to for a good washing, and we can get in some 3/9 fine gold.
What is going on, guys? Yep. I've done a couple of these entrants already. They're quite funny. They're quite funny. Anyways. It went well. Sulfuric stripping cell. So I typically wouldn't do it this way. I just wanted to do it so that we could get all of his gold out of there, right? So this is the stuff that was sent in to me so I could refine the gold for him. Now, another reason why I wanted to do it is so I could actually show the process. We've got a lot of new subscribers, but the sulfuric stripping cell, how it works. My solution that I typically use is it's black. It is black, so you can't see anything out of it, which is why I just used the little beaker with the, just needed to fit those CPUs in there. So it actually worked out pretty good. It is time consuming though. It is time consuming. We did 52 CPUs to get this gold out of there. So it was a good drop, settled to the bottom nicely. I probably could have boiled it in that solution to kind of make it clump up a little bit better. But I didn't see anything go to the refining gods, which is always good, which means we get to play with it again and refine it again, right? So he still has foils. We're going to do his foils here. I've got them in Aqua regia right now. I'm actually filtering them out. So that drop should be hopefully today, actually. And then, yeah, we can do all of that together. We'll give it a good scrub down before we send it out there. Got to make sure it's nice and clean for him. But yeah, really happy with how that turned out. Pretty smooth. What else do we got? So today is Wednesday. So we got the Friday subscriber video. I'd like to get another one going. We have, I want to say one person sent some stuff in. So if we want to get a couple more in there to make it a little longer video. Otherwise, I can just do a quick update and yeah, make it a short little video. I mean, the weather's supposed to be, actually the weather here is kind of supposed to be bad. We're supposed to get rain all weekend, which means I'll have to do more refining. Shucks. Oh, it's always a good excuse when you're stuck in the house. Like, ooh, what do I get to do today? Which actually is, I'm pretty excited about because I have just about the 650 dissolved. I've been working on all that all week, an hour or two here or there, and it's coming together. I think I've got just about everything dissolved, and yeah, we'll be ready to cement out here shortly. So it's always exciting. And let's see here. I also have an idea what I want to do with that copper sulfate or copper nitrate that we're going to be getting out of that cementation process. So I'm looking forward to that. Another idea. I'm not sure if it'll work yet. I'm sure it will. I think I've kind of accidentally created it before. Oops. Right? And it was recorded, so it's scientific, right? It was recorded, so it's all for science. We'll just say that. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one.